This is the G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Cardback Scarlett. Finally, a Scarlett figure that we've all wanted and deserve. Not the stylized Scarlett, not the retaliation Scarlett, not the renegade Scarlett, just the old G1 styled classic Scarlett, and finally Hasbro delivered on that, and the figure looks great in packaging. And there's this new stiff card back, much like what they're doing with the retro carded Marvel Legends. Kudos to Hasbro for listening to the fans and really spending on the packaging for these things. Now, I did pick up this figure from Amazon.com, and I am shocked that the packaging came in near pristine condition. Let's get her out of packaging. And here is the retro carded Scarlett out of the box. And yes, this is the Classified Series Scarlett we've all been waiting for, and she looks absolutely amazing. Let's take a closer look at the details of this new G.I. Joe Classified Series retro carded Scarlett. Head to toe, the figure stands at about 15.5 centimeters tall, or about 6 1/8 inches tall. And for comparisons, here she is with Classified Series Snake Eyes, as well as the new retro carded Classified Series Duke. This Scarlett figure comes with a slew of accessories. Unbelievable. She comes with her standard base, which has the G.I. Joe star embossed on it. You can actually peg her on it, and it helps because she has a ton of accessories that will fit her backpack. My biggest issue with this figure is probably the feet. Even with the base, it still loves to just droop backwards or forwards, and it's got to do with the way the feet have been molded. They're not as flat as we would want them to. The inclined toe of the boot, which I don't know why they had to do that. They could have just made it all flat. And because of that, you have to find that sweet spot to sort of balance her. And it doesn't take much for the figure to topple over. She has a sort of standard military infantry backpack. If you want her ponytail, you'll have to use this dynamic ponytail. If you use the static one, you're not going to be able to fit this backpack. So let's remove it. It still has that soft 3mm peg, which is very annoying. She comes with two rifles, laser rifles. She's got the classic G.I. Joe laser rifle, which is, if you noticed, also is the exact same rifle that the retro Duke came with, but obviously sculpted in a different, lighter shade of green plastic and painted in a beige. The stock has been painted beige instead of black. And then she has is this an M16? Standard, more modern, realistic looking rifle. Very cool. Both rifles are blast effect compatible. And as I mentioned, she has a detachable or replaceable ponytail, which it takes a little bit just to plug that ponytail in. She looks great with both. I do prefer the dynamic one, and I get why they made this ponytail removable. It's actually better sculpting wise, manufacturing wise, to have the separate piece. Also, for a lot of collectors, Scarlett, the Scarlett figure never really had a ponytail. If you had the original O-ring, I never had it. A buddy of mine had it, and it was weird because she had like a boy's cut, pixie cut. There was no ponytail, and I get that they couldn't mold the ponytail back then. So if you want to keep this figure true to how she looked like, the old O-ring looked like, you can remove the ponytail. Fantastic head sculpt. I really like it. On my copy, I don't know if this is the standard, but she does kind of have a smirk going on. You see that lipstick, the way it's been painted? She has a little bit of a smirk on the left part of her lips. Don't know if that's standard. Let me know in the comments if your Scarlett figure also had that smirk. But overall, the figure's sculpt, the way they designed the uniform, it is so 80s classic G1. Just an amazing, amazing likeness to that old figure and to the aesthetic in the cartoon. This is what you're paying for, folks. The accuracy to the cartoon and the old figure. Now, she also has a belt with a quiver. The quiver, the way it's been molded is it tapers. So the arrows for her crossbow don't really fit all that well. I mean, they'll fit, but look at this one. It doesn't go all the way in. And it's best if you put the the rear end of the arrows first instead of putting the... You can put the arrow side if you wanted to, but it's a little difficult to put them in, especially this one, the grappling. So she does come with 4 trick arrows or 4 different arrows, much like Hawkeye. I like the fact that she was like Hawkeye on the show. Different kinds of arrows, explosive arrows, grappling arrows, and all that. I think this one is a grappling arrow. This is probably an armor, or this one's the armor piercing arrow, standard arrow. This is probably a drilling arrow. I don't know, but they will fit on her crossbow. Crossbow is very nice, sculpted beautifully, but done in that soft, gummy PVC plastic. Front end is removable. I guess this is what, for safety issues, so they don't break or shatter, but it is annoying that it is as soft as Lowlight's rifle. So you can, I guess you can put one of the arrows one at a time. And yep, this is the standard arrow. You can have it on her, display it that way. That's actually pretty cool. This nice interchangeable gimmick for arrows. It's cool, but it's not necessary. I would have been indifferent had they just molded that arrow in, because you don't really pose this figure with different arrows unless the arrows had strings or grappling or really the trick effect that they're intended to be, like a blast or a smoke bomb arrow or something like that. But they're just standard static arrows. Didn't really see the point of having it interchangeable, but it is what it is. It's there, so pretty cool. It's a nice looking crossbow. It's actually a modern crossbow. Our crossbow on the show was a lot more simple, I think, but this one's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm glad they made it a little bit more modern. She also has a pistol, which unfortunately there is no holster. I kind of wish that they could have put a holster here instead of this, but they wanted to be as accurate to the O-ring and to the old G1 design as possible. So yep, no place to put her pistol. You can, if you wanted to, I suppose you can plug it on her backpack. She does have a sheath for her hunting knife, which is cool. It's painted, but it's painted beige. That is weird. It would have been nice if they painted it silver like Duke, but okay. There's a peg for the belt of her quiver so it doesn't move. Okay, that's interesting. As far as the sculpt goes, very, very nice. I said paint apps for the figure, absolutely immaculate. Hardly any complaints for this figure. The articulation, the neck is on a triple ball joint. You got a ball joint up there, ball jointed the middle, ball jointed the base of the neck. You got a ball jointed midsection, ball jointed waist, butterfly hinge joints for the shoulders. Arms go in and out, forward and backward 360. Pinless double hinged elbows. Wrists, they swivel and they go up and down. She also comes with an extra pair of fists that move in and out. Hips are on drop down ball joints. You forward, kick forward and backward, do the splits. It's got a thigh swivel, pinless double hinge knees, boot cut or a calf swivel. Ankles go up and down on a hinge and have the rocker tilt. And so some final thoughts on this G.I. Joe Classified Series retro carded Scarlett. Oh my goodness, I love this figure. I think it came out great. This was the Scarlett figure that a lot of the Classified Series collectors have been waiting for, including me, for Hasbro to do. There have been a couple of Scarlett figures in the past, which I'm thankful I've already sold off, because this is the most, for me at least, the most definitive Scarlett for the G.I. Joe Classified Series line. I mean, the other 2 figures were amazing figures, but if you just have to keep one Scarlett in your collection, this has got to be it. She looks so classic looking, how she looked like back in the 80s. I love the design of the uniform, the sculpt, the colors, the head sculpt. Everything came out great for this figure. She's got great articulation, fantastic accessories, maybe a little bit too much accessories, but I'm not complaining. Everything about the figure is amazing. My only gripe really are the feet. I wish they could have been molded a little bit more flat instead of the toes sort of inclined upwards, but it's a small nitpick. I think the figure deserves a 10 out of 10. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this G.I. Joe Classified Series retro carded Shana Scarlett O'Hara. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews, and if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.